Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Whether you are thinking about buying a new boat or you're just curious as to what's out there, today we are diving into the world of power catamarans, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Let's get right into it. Let's start with the pros. First up, stability. Power cats with two holes rather than one offer an incredibly stable and smooth ride, especially in choppy waters. Less rocking means more comfort, especially for guests and family members who may be prone to seasickness. Think of it like riding a four-wheeler versus a motorcycle. At rest, which one is more stable? Technology is improving every year with gyro stabilization units that can be installed to limit pitch and roll on your boat, but why would you spend all that money if you don't have to? Next up, ride quality. That stability actually translates to a better ride quality overall. Power cats tend to glide over the water rather than slicing through it like a monohull, and you'll feel fewer jolts and slams even at the bow. That makes long runs even more comfortable for everyone on board, no matter where you're sitting. Even though the riding on two knives versus a spoon analogy makes sense, what really attributes to the comfortable ride is actually the area between the sponsons. It's called the wind tunnel. And the more air and wind that you pack into that wind tunnel when underway, the better the ride quality will be. So if you're getting beat up, speed up. Number 3, shallow draft. The shallow draft that you get from a catamaran just allows you to explore new areas that deeper keeled monohulls just simply can't go. Think sandbars, inshore fishing, or even just being able to get closer to shore when anchoring. The ability to displace the water over two holes rather than one makes this possible. Number 4, fuel efficiency. Thanks to their twin narrow hulls, shallow draft, and lighter displacement, many power cats are actually more fuel efficient than monohulls that are similarly sized. That means longer range and fewer trips to the fuel dock. And with the price of gas these days, it's hard to understate how important that actually is. Okay, final pro, number 5. Price per square foot. Think about it like buying a house. On a catamaran, you're getting a lot more usable interior square footage than you would be on a monohull that is the exact same length. That's because on a catamaran, you're carrying the beam of the boat all the way to the bow instead of tapering off to a V starting at about midship. This gives you massive deck space for fishing or storage, ample bow seating room, and on dual console or liveaboard models, private cabins with ensuite heads, perfect for entertaining or long-term cruising. So yeah, power cats have a lot going for them, and it's easy to see why they're growing so fast in popularity. But as all you seasoned boaters know, there is no such thing as a perfect boat, and there are definitely some trade-offs to cats that you're gonna wanna consider before making the leap. So let's go ahead and take a look at the downsides of owning a power cat. Con number 1, storage and slip fees. Here's the catch. Not every marina can accommodate a power cat. And if they can, you might be paying a little bit extra for additional room or premium space. High and dry marinas rarely accept catamarans because of the complications of lifting them with their forklifts. And the ones that do will usually require the owner to provide their own cradle so that it can be hoisted and stowed safely. But this adds to the cost and complications. If you're interested in getting some more information about high and dry storage and whether it's a good fit for you, you can click the link right up, I don't know, maybe it's over there. You can click the link. I have a great video on the pros and cons of high and dry marina storage, so be sure to check that out. Oh, and if you have a monohull that you keep at your dock on your boat lift right now, if you decide to trade that in for a catamaran, you'll probably need to change the bunks out from V-hull bunks to flat bunks or double V bunks to accommodate the new footprint of the catamaran. Number 2, bridge clearance. Some catamarans have a high profile or tall console, especially the center consoles, because there's nothing but air below your feet in the center, so your head compartment can only be as big as the console is tall, which kind of elevates everything else on top of that. So it can make things difficult when you're cruising through the intercoastal waterway and having to go underneath shallow bridges. Be sure to check for bridges around where you're storing the boat as well as using the boat to make sure that you're not going to run into any complications depending on the model of cat that you decide to buy. Number 3, maneuverability. While having twin engines offers excellent control at slower speeds when docking, Some will say that power cats don't handle as sharply as monohulls, especially when it comes to turning and reacting quickly at higher speeds. This brings us back to the four-wheeler versus the motorcycle analogy. When you turn on a motorcycle, you lean in, your knee scrapes the ground, but when you're on a four-wheeler, or even your car for that matter, it stays very level with the horizon. It's a very flat turn. It's definitely a feeling that takes some getting used to, but what I'll say is that personally I feel like this depends a lot on the specific model that you're looking at. I've driven a ton of different models and different brands, and I'll say that some are definitely more sporty than others. And finally, con number 4, price tag. Power catamarans tend to be a little more expensive, not just in the purchase price, but also in maintenance. With double the hulls, that also means double the engines, double the fuel tanks, double the bilge compartments, and as every salty boater knows, the more stuff you have on the boat, the more stuff that breaks. Well, I would love to hear your take. Would you go for the power catamaran, or would you stick with the traditional monohull? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the water.